Okay, I'm going to do something innovative. You'll find out what it is soon. Okay, because typing 1 to 28 is very long. So you see what magical thing I'm going to do right now. Okay. Can I launch? Okay. When I launch, right, please take note of the instructions. Now, I'm going to launch the poll 3 times. Okay. The first launch will be questions 1 to 10 only. Okay. The second launch will be question 11 to 20. The third launch will be question 21 to 28. Cool. So then I didn't have to type all the questions. Okay. So now only 1 to 10. If you have any question from 1 to 10, you select one of the options here. I'm only giving you one option actually, because you can do one option in the second part, second half, and the third. There are 3 parts, right? First, second, and third. So you have to choose. These questions are only from 1 to 10. Any question that you need me to go through, question 1 to 10, just enter it. Then we will see which question is going to be the winner. This is better. This is great. So I did restrict, then we see which question comes up the most. Okay, I'm going to end the poll. The second one, untitled option, just ignore. Okay, that one is supposed to be deleted. Only the first 10 numbers, right? You see number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, right? Just enter it there. Can? Okay, done. Huh? I have only 14 people who entered. Only half the class. Anybody else who needs questions? Okay, if you are not going to participate, that's fine. Okay, let's end the poll. I do have some questions ready. Share results. Okay, can you see now? Number. Okay, the last one, 0, is what? Do you all just click for fun? It's number 10, you know. So number 10 is the winner. Then followed by number 2. Okay, we'll do number 10, number 2. Okay. Now we go to the second part. Number 11 to 20. Relaunch poll. Okay. Number 11 to 20. So this one is, when you see 1, right, it means 11. Just add a 10 place at the in front. 11, 12, these are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 0 means 20. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, let me get a few more. Just 4 more response. I'm going to stop. Anybody else? One more person. Don't anyhow enter, no. Then I will be discussing. Anyway, if you anyhow enter, that question won't be counted already. You know why? Because it doesn't fall under majority. The computer will clearly show me where's the majority. Majority is, again, everybody likes to click 0 for fun or what? The winner is 20. The same answer, 20 and 22. Just now was 10 and 2, now it's 20 and 22. Am I right? Okay. Last one, last 10 questions. Okay. You know what to do, this is question 21 to 28. So anybody who click on 9 and 0 is showing that you are not paying attention, because there's no 9 and 0. There's no 29 and there's no 30. You can only enter a number from 1 to 8. If you enter 1, it means you want question 21 to 28. Again, if you're playing, it doesn't matter, because we are going to ignore the ones that do not have a strong vote result. Okay, two more participants. Okay, one more. Okay, there's a clear winner also. Share results. Okay, what's the clear winner here? Number 7, which is number 27. And the other ones, right, is all same result. Can you see? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So 2 out of 14, 2 out of the whole class is actually very little. So I will not be doing those questions. In fact, I already have 5 questions to go through. But I'll just write down some of these actually. So I might have to do either, maybe I'll do 28 if I have time. Otherwise, we can always go to booklet B, which I will run the same poll again. Okay, fine. Great. Okay. So I already switched off your renaming function just so that I'll be calling your actual names, not funny names. 22, yes, I got 22. Okay, some people actually chat with me and said, I want 12, I want 22, but those have been selected. Okay, now we are going to do number 2, 10, 12, and maybe 22, and 20. Okay, so 2, 10, 12, 20, 22, 27. Okay, these are the questions we're going to do. Please take down. If not, we can just straight jump into it. Okay, let's go. Number 2. Wow. Okay. Please take note that again, this is about reproduction in plants. Am I right? Or anything else? Okay, you can actually write, still chat with me. I will still be looking because I don't want the too much noise, so I'm not enabling your voice yet. But you can still chat. Okay, and also you can't, your responses are not seen by your classmates, so you don't disturb them. It's only seen by me, so I can see what I need to see. Okay, don't worry about. So some of you are asking other questions. Don't worry. Okay, we can always go through it slowly, or you can message me separately because we do have identified and you can learn something from whatever I'm going through. Right. The diagram shows fruit X, fruit Y. Okay. Which of the following graphs best shows how wind strength affects the distance? So these are the keywords. The wind must affect how far the seeds will fly, right? Or disperse from their parent plant. So basically, you have a plant and you have seeds that will be dispersed very fast. So this is the distance that they're talking about. Of course, when you have wind power, okay, the seeds will fly or be dispersed. I'm just using the word fly here, but actually the word is disperse. So this is keyword, right? Many students, even now in primary school, if you go to a lot of different places, you may find students who say, seeds are flying here, flying there. Don't use the word fly. When you learn the keyword, you use disperse, right? So that's why your teachers always try to emphasize word disperse, keywords, and then you come and tell me, I don't know how to use keywords because you're not learning them. Like each chapter has its own keywords. This chapter has the word disperse, which have you learned or not? That's my question. So if you haven't learned, then in the exam, when they use it, you actually don't know what they're talking about. Okay. Now, graph A, this is about 2-level again. Yesterday we did 2-level questions, which means this is level 1, and then this is level 2. You need to read the data. Level 1 is the data, and then bring it down to level 2 and say which data is the correct set of data, right? Because you have to match 2 sets for fruit X and fruit Y. Which of the following graph best shows how wind strength affects distance the seeds of fruit X and disperse from the parent plants? Okay, wind strength as they increase. So all pay attention to the graph. Okay, those of you who are very, very good at this type, just hang on. Let me explain to those who are struggling. But you learn as well, okay? Another thing I wanted to say is maybe sometime I will launch a student class where if you want to volunteer to teach other students, then maybe we should conduct a Zoom class where I can invite volunteers, where you come and teach exactly like what I'm doing to other students, questions that you prepare and teach. Okay, you know what I mean? That's because then whenever you teach, right, you actually get better as well and you want to help them. Of course, if you want to do that kind of volunteer, just WhatsApp me. I will communicate with you and see if we can arrange something like that. Then I will make the announcement in our next live class. We will have another live class in August. This month is August. because this is the boot camp, is different from the normal live class we have. We will still have one more live class. Please look at your live class schedule. Right. So these are the yellow lines I drew on the graph. Okay. Just take note of the coloring that I keep using. Okay. So this green color line is the, if you can't see, let me just choose another color. I myself can't see. Let me use what color? Okay. Okay, this is better. Orange is the other axis. And you must read what is this other orange color axis. What is it showing? Distance of seeds from the parent plant. So as the wind strength increases, the distance will increase. Okay, so you plot a graph like that. So now we look at the red dots. Okay, I'm going to really slow on this because we are only discussing questions that students have problems with. So a graph is usually plotted with points. Okay, that means you look at this. What am I doing? I'm drawing dotted lines to make more skeletons on the graph, to make you understand why do we draw graphs which actually look like this. Actually, they were made of a few points, like these 6 red dots. These 6 red dots come from data that you do as experiment, maybe in the lab or outside. You go outside, you do an experiment with a student teacher, and then the wind strength is maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So as the wind strength increases, the distance also increases to 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Can you see? Okay, now let's go to A. It's the same thing, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But the distance the parent plant, the seeds dispersed from the parent plant is the same. That means this is about 8. Okay, so 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Where did I get the 8 from? I'm trying to keep my data the same. I just copy from C. I see that around here is 8, or it could be 10 also, it doesn't matter. But the thing that you need to learn from the graph is that there's a constant one. The distance does not increase. Okay, there's a constant one. Okay. Okay, as long as you understand how we do the plotting. Now, Raika mentioned in the chat, I'm picking up on it. Raika says, you see D. What's the difference between A and D? Graph D. Now, D is this way up, right? Instead of a horizontal line, it's vertical line. So they've actually plotted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, maybe, or 6, okay? What happens is they kept the wind strength the same. Let's say you go on a day like you didn't go on Thursday, you went on Sunday, and on Sunday the wind strength is 8. The whole day has been 8. It's been blowing at the same. So you only can how do you increase the wind strength? You can create your own wind strength. Maybe use a fan or something. Okay, that's for experiment. But in real life, how? You have to go on a day when the wind strength is 10 or 8 based on the measurement. So when the wind strength is just 8, the seed does not disperse anywhere further, or it just keeps moving. Look at this. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That means the seed dispersal does not depend on wind speed. Even if it's just 8, it can still fly far. How come? So it's actually quite a weird result, right? The wind strength is the same, but it can keep moving. So that means because it's very light, that's why. Okay. So, but the other one, you need more wind strength to actually push it further. Okay, just try to get this concept in your head. So now we need to go back to group fruit X and fruit Y, and which what graph will be the one that fits fruit X. Fruit X is the one with the wings, wing-like structure, which can be very, very, very dependable on wind, right? If it's a lot of wind, it will just fly, right? The other one, no matter how much wind there is, it doesn't fly, it just drops down because this one cannot fly or cannot disperse far, right? The seeds are quite heavy, fruit Y. So how? Now let's, in the exam, what do we do? Which one is easier for you? Easier is fruit X. So look at fruit X first. So I'm going to highlight fruit X first. There you go. See my green color circling? Let's only look at this and don't look at Y at all. We just zoom in on one. And they are ready. The teacher and the examiner are already very kind to tell you, yeah, I did not do B. I'm just leaving it out because I've already done A,